Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Was Trained by Kaguya. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And after this, I'm going to be posting What If Naruto created his own village. So stay in tune for that. And also go ahead and check out Anime King 2. That's my second channel, and if this is the first time you're hearing of it, I'll be leaving a link at the top of the description for you guys to check it out. And if you do enjoy the 100 plus what ifs over there, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King 2 family and be a part of the channel. And thank you for all of your help and your support. So over there tonight I'm going to be posting Uchiha Naruto, the Sage, and also What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So stay in tune for all of the lovely what ifs coming your way, and remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new and if you enjoy all the lovely what ifs so far. And thank you all for your support and help. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, to do a little bit of a recap, Naruto finished his training from Kaguya as she taught him a lot of things. She also placed a seal on his stomach. And before Naruto left, he didn't know what their relationship was. Was she just his teacher, a mother figure to him, or was his emotions different? She was then ready to send Naruto back as he didn't want to leave, but she forcefully sent him back as she told him that they will see each other again soon. Naruto then woke up in his mindscape as Kurama was in front of him. Naruto activated the seal on his stomach that she gave him 2 rabbit ears as chains wrapped around Kurama and put him to sleep. Naruto then felt Kurama's power coursing through his body. Kaguya gave him that seal so he can use Kurama's power at his will. She also gave him another gift as Naruto saw 2 red eyes with some giant teeth in a deeper part of the mindscape, as he told him that Kaguya sent it here and Naruto didn't know what it was, but it then told him to wake up. Naruto then found himself in the grave as he put on a show and exploded the entire thing, as everyone around the village sensed the energy coming from a distance away, as most of them were shocked as they couldn't believe it. It seemed so familiar. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out yourself. So let's start this new episode. Naruto was currently standing on top of his grave as his head was down. His hair had grown and his bangs were covering his left eye. And he was also in a new wardrobe. He was wearing a red long sleeve shirt. The chest part was open up so you could see his chest. He was wearing a dark black pants that went straight down, and he didn't have on any shoes. Naruto then found himself surrounded by ninjas. "Who are you?" said a voice, as Naruto looked up from the kind of steep hole that he was in to see Tsunade standing there, as behind her was Kakashi, Shikamaru's team, Hinata, Sakura, and also Guy's team. "So, you guys have forgotten me already?" Naruto asked. "No, it can't be," said Tsunade, as Naruto lifted up his head fully. She sensed the power and felt something familiar about it. "But this can't be." "Anvu," said Tsunade, as the Anvu surrounded Naruto, but they didn't touch him. "Who are you? I'm going to ask you again," said Tsunade. "What?" Naruto said. "You really forgot me." "You can't be him," said Tsunade. "You can't be Naruto." As everyone's eyes went wide, the people around and the Anvus and the ninjas, except for his friends, who saw the whisker marks. Even though his hair was longer, they could still see the face. "No," Tsunade said. "You died 3 years ago." "Well, it seems I am back," said Naruto. As he took a step forward, the Anfus drew their sword as they pointed at Naruto. "Don't move towards the Hokage. We don't know if you're a threat or not," one of them said. "Tsunade, can you tell these Anfus to move their sword?" It can't be, Tsunade said, as she looked at Kakashi, who had his one eye focused on Naruto, as he didn't know what to say. Naruto was dead. He checked his body 3 years ago. Neji then activated his Byakugan as he tried to scan Naruto's chakra coils, as everything seemed to be the same as he remembered when he and Naruto fight in the Chunin exams. That's him, said Neji. Really? Tenten asked. Is that Naruto? Said Lee. But how is this possible? Guy asked. Naruto, said Hinata, as few tears came at her eyes, as Sakura was speechless, as she didn't know what to say. Could this be a dream, or could it be reality? Naruto then moved forward to take another step, as the Anbus didn't move their sword. Right now, their sword was pressing all over his torso. Is this guy insane? Once the Anbu said. He knew that we can strike him down. The captain of the Anbu group then spoke. Stand down. We don't know if you're a threat, he said to Naruto. Tsunade, Naruto said again. Can you tell your Anbus to release their weapons against me? How? How is it possible? Said Tsunade, as she walked down. Lady Hokage, please stay back. Tsunade just glared at Anbu as she walked towards Naruto. She stopped about 2 feet away from him. How is this possible? She asked him. Well, if you get your Anbus to remove their sword, I can explain everything that has been going on. She looked at the Anbus as they all moved their sword from Naruto. Well, let's go to your tower, shall we? Naruto said, as he walked past Tsunade. As Tsunade looked at him, she couldn't tell what it was, but something was off. Naruto then walked as he walked past Sakura, as she couldn't say a word out of her mouth. She didn't know what was wrong, but she just couldn't say anything. As Naruto kept on walking, as everyone gave him way, as Tsunade quickly told the Anbus to try and get a message to Jiraiya for him to come back to the village immediately. Back with Naruto, he was walking through the village as everyone turned and they saw him. Most of them were stunned because they recognized the kid that always gave trouble and pulled pranks. But he was dead, as most of them heard the news that he was dead, while most of them was happy that the demon was gone. But most of them didn't really care about that because Naruto became a ninja and he was fighting to protect Konoha. But they just did not understand, as he got a few glares here and there. But Naruto held his head straight as he just continued to walk, as he finally made it towards the Hokage's tower, as everyone else were behind him, as Tsunade was biting her thumb, as she couldn't explain this. Was this a jutsu to bring back the dead? She personally checked Naruto's body and he was dead. So how can this be? How can he be alive? Naruto arrived in the tower as he quickly sat on the couch. A few minutes earlier, in an unknown location, the Akatsuki were in their hideout as Pain was giving Deidara and Sasori their mission to go and capture the one-tailed Shikaku. This is when Naruto erupted from his grave and let out that beam of light in the air as it spread. Zetsu was currently in the corner of the hideout not saying a word, as he then felt the pressure. What is this? He said to himself. Mother? How can this be? As Zetsu looked around, he felt this strange presence. He then sank into the ground without saying a word, as he was traveling to where he felt the power coming from. Back with Naruto, Tsunade, the rookies, and their jonins were in the office along with Naruto. As Naruto hasn't said a word yet, Tsunade sat in her chair as she let out a sigh. So, are you going to explain how is this possible? She asked Naruto. Naruto was currently looking through the window. Oh, he said as he turned his attention to her. Well, as you can see, I am alive. He then paused as everyone waited to hear what he was going to say next. But seconds turned into minutes as Navi got a tick mark on her head. Is that it? She said. What more do you want? I am alive. Naruto, if that is who you really are, I can't just let you back in the village like this. What do you mean? Naruto asked. Naruto, I personally test you. That day, that tragic day, your body was cold. You no longer had any life. And now you're just back? Enemies have been improving jutsu over the time. How can we just believe that you're the real Naruto? Hinata activated her Byakugan as she was looking at Naruto and inspecting him from within, as she wanted to know if this was a fake also, but she found nothing to tell her that it was a fake. She had scanned Naruto once before when he was young with her Byakugan, and this was the same. So she didn't know what exactly was going on, as she was just focused on Naruto. Naruto scratched the back of his head. Well, I am not an enemy. You should know that, Tsunade. In fact, I am the one who brought you to this village. You remember? Go ahead, ask me anything. I know, said Kiba, as everyone turned at him. Who did you face off against in the Chunin exams, in the preliminary? Kiba asked. Who did I face off against? Naruto said to himself. Oh, it was Rock Lee. Everyone then looked at him with a serious look. Just kidding, Naruto said. It was you, Kiba. And then I faced off against Neji in the finals. And then Gaara tried to destroy the village with the Sound Village. And I faced off against the one-tailed Shikaku inside of him, Naruto said, as everyone looked at him, as they all remember that giant beast that was in the forest. But they don't know the specific of that. But Kakashi and the Jonins and Tsunade knew what he was talking about. So, now do you believe me? Naruto asked. But how is this possible? Said Tsunade. How are you just back alive? Well, I wasn't really dead, Naruto said, shocking everyone. What do you mean? Tsunade asked. You see, Tsunade, the nine-tailed fox inside of me. When Naruto said that, all of the kids looked at him curiously, as they didn't understand what he meant, as they were told that Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, killed the nine-tailed fox. It was healing my heart all along, but it put me in a dead-like state, so that is why when you check my body, it seems that I was dead, said Naruto. No, said Tsunade, that can't be. So all this time, you've been alive in that grave? She asked him, as tears came at her eyes, as she didn't want to believe that was the truth. She didn't want to believe that she put Naruto in a box for 3 years and he wasn't dead. She didn't want to think that she made a mistake, as Kakashi was also dreading the answer, as he was the one who first found Naruto. He didn't want to believe that was true. Yes, it is 100% true, said Naruto. But the fox finally healed my heart, and that is why I'm back now. But you know, it's ironic. Even though I've been in that box for 3 years, I am tired as hell. So can I go and get some rest? Naruto asked. Tsunade looked at him curiously. As she then spoke, I am afraid that your house is no longer available. It has been rented a long time ago, she said. So where am I going to sleep? Naruto asked. Don't worry, I will put you up, said Tsunade, as she called Kat. Please bring Naruto to one of the available hosts in the district, she said, as Kat nodded and said follow me. As Naruto headed off with Kat, Tsunade then called Beer after Naruto left the room. As she whispered to Beer, keep an eye on him and watch him all the time. Right now, Ino was looking at Sakura, as Ino couldn't understand Sakura's reaction to seeing Naruto again. She was just so silent, she haven't even said a word. She haven't spoke to Naruto Naruto hasn't even spoke to his teammates or his sensei Kakashi. As Ino remember the goofy kid back then who used to play around and pull pranks, but now he's like a completely different person. Well, I guess that would happen if someone was locked in a box for 3 years, she thought to herself. Tsunade then dismissed them all as she told Kakashi and Sakura to stay in the room, as the rest of them nodded and left the room. When they left, Tsunade looked at Kakashi and Sakura. "Are you guys believing this?" she asked. As Kakashi didn't know what to say, as Sakura finally spoke. "It's Naruto," she said. "How do you know that?" Tsunade asked. "I just know," said Sakura. "It's Naruto, but it is strange that he's back." But what did he mean by the ninth tail was healing his heart? Sakura asked. "Oh, I guess you don't know about that," said Kakashi, as he then went on to tell Sakura the beast that Naruto has inside of him, as Sakura was stunned as she heard at the academy that the Kyuubi was destroyed by the fourth Hokage, but now she's hearing that Naruto had it all along. That is why all the villagers usually treat him like a monster. Now is why she understands everything. That is why the villagers always glared and looked at him that way, she said to herself, as Tsunade could read what she was saying. "Yes, that is why," said Tsunade. "Huh?" said Sakura. "You're wondering why the villagers used to treat Naruto that way. It's because he had that beast inside of him." "But it wasn't his fault," said Sakura. "Why would they do that to him when he wasn't the one that did that to himself?" "Well, Sakura," said Kakashi, "people hate things that they don't understand." As Sakura lowered her head in shame as she remembered that she was one of them who used to mock Naruto and always punch him when he was a child. "So, what are we going to do now?" Sakura asked. "For now, I'm just going to let my envoy watch him until Jiraiya get here, so we can find out more," said Tsunade. Back with Naruto, a couple of hours have passed, as Naruto was in a furnished room with a bed and everything already, as he was looking up at the ceiling, as an envoy Bear was there watching him, as Bear wondered what is going on. Since the past hours, Naruto hasn't moved a muscle. He was just lying there with his eyes open. He was asleep. So what was he doing? But the envoy wasn't the only one watching Naruto. There was also Hinata, as she followed Naruto to the district and she was spying on him. And there was also another person, Black Zetsu, who came into the village as he felt the power. But Black Zetsu couldn't understand. He didn't feel his mother power anymore, but he felt it a while ago, and it came from this village. And it is somewhere around here. So he was currently spying on Naruto as he heard the conversation that the demon brat was back, and he knew that he has to tell the leader about this pain. The Kyuubi of the Ninth Tail is alive, as news already spread around the nation that he was dead, but now he was alive. But Zetsu didn't understand. How was it possible? It wasn't a reanimation. And he had a funeral and everything. So how could this be? Could Mother have something to do with this? No, Zetsu said to himself. How would he get to Mother in the first place? And if that is true, why would Mother help him? Zetsu then sank back into the ground as he went to report to the leader. Back with Naruto, he finally got off the bed. As he turned to his open window, the curtain was open so he can see right in there. As he smiled, he then disappeared, shocking Bear and Hinata, as Hinata was about to back away when she hit into something. As she turned around to see Naruto above her. Why are you spying on me? Naruto asked. Naruto, she said, as her face got all red and flustered. You know I was here? As Bear was just shocked by Naruto's impressive speed. How was he able to get there in time? And if he knew that the girl was spying on him, does he know that I am here as well? Bear wondered to himself. Naruto was currently looking down at Hinata, waiting for an answer. So, are you going to tell me why you were spying on me? You're really Naruto, said Hinata. Yeah, I am really Naruto. Hinata then got up, as her face was red as a tomato, as she walked up to Naruto and gave him a hug, as she wrapped her arms around him, as tears started to come out of her eyes. I am so happy, she said to herself. Naruto, I missed you so much. When I heard what happened, I was devastated and I wanted revenge. But now that you're back, everything can go back to normal. Wait, said Naruto, as he moved her arms from around him. You wanted revenge? Revenge on who? Sasuke, she said, as an angry look came on her face. Naruto placed a hand on her shoulder. Hinata, you don't have to worry about him. I'll take care of him. So I'll see you later. I am still tired, said Naruto. Alright, bye, she said in a stutter, as Naruto gave her a smile and walked away, as Hinata just focused on his back, as Naruto entered the room, as he closed the window as no one could see inside, as Bear wondered if Naruto knew that he was here as well. Back with Naruto, he went inside as he lay down on the bed. He then closed his eyes as he arrived in the mindscape. As he looked above him, as he saw a red ball consist of only the Kyuubi's chakra. Kaguya gave him the seal so he can use the Kyuubi's chakra through his body without getting damaged or losing control. But Naruto wanted to know what else did she give him. As he went deeper into the mindscape, as he finally arrived to the dark room, it was pitch black. The only thing he could see was two eyes opening. What are you? Said Naruto. You told me that you're a gift from Kaguya. So what are you exactly? Well, kid, I told you what I am, a gift. What else do you want to know? What kind of gift are you? Naruto asked. The thing then started to come out of the darkness as Naruto started to back. Naruto started to move back as the thing then started to move at a faster speed. As Naruto started to step back even faster, it then started to run at him. As Naruto started to run, as he then spun around and stood his guard, as he was now in the light, the thing then stopped right at the darkness end, as it placed out one of his hands. And Naruto was surprised, it was a furry white hand, as it placed out another arm, which was poofy and white as well. Huh? Naruto said, as the thing then came out of the darkness to reveal that it was a giant rabbit. A rabbit? I don't understand. Wait, said Naruto, as he remembered what Kaguya told him about her and this rabbit creature. But he wasn't really paying attention to that. She was talking to him when he was focused on his yin and yang technique, as he cursed himself for not listening to her. Well, I don't really remember what she said. Can you explain? All you have to know is that I am in here with you, kid. And I am here to help you, if anything. Help me? So, are you like one of the tailed beasts? No, I am not a tailed beast, the rabbit said. As Naruto looked at his face completely. You just look at a fluffy. Before Naruto could finish his sentence, the rabbit vanished in a burst of speed. As he appeared behind Naruto, his palm raised up in the air. As Naruto looked up, Fluffy what? The rabbit said, as Naruto quickly jumped back. Whoa, you're fast. That's not all I can do, the rabbit said, as a white arm came out of his fur and extended towards Naruto. As the white arm split part into multiples of white arm, as they wrapped around Naruto, grabbing him from all angles, pulling him up to the rabbit. So you see now, kid, I am here to help. So don't think of me as something dangerous. Well, said Naruto as he gulped, if you're holding me like this, it looks like you're really dangerous to me. But if you're on my side, then everything is good, said Naruto. Because I will. Make sure to bring her back. The rabbit looked at Naruto as he freed him. So, you're going through with that plan you made a long time ago. Huh? How would you know of that? Naruto asked. Remember, I was part of Kaguya, so I heard and basically saw everything that she taught you and everything that you learned. Really? So you watched all of my training? Not the boring part, just the excited part, like when you finally perfect the Yang technique and the Yin technique. Oh, said Naruto as he scratched the back of his head. Well, I wouldn't say that I got them perfect. Oh, trust me, kid. You have come a long way. But before you go through with your plan, are you going to go after the summon that she told you about? The summon? Oh yeah, that's right. The dragon. I have to go to the dragon land. She told me that only her son, Hagoromo, possesses a dragon summon. But do you really think that they will want to make a contract with me? Well, seeing the amount of power that you have, dragons respond by power. So just show them that you are strong. Yeah, but I have to get away from this village for a while, so I can complete that. What about the other thing? The rabbit asked. By the way, what's your name? Naruto said. Just call me Bunny, the rabbit said. As Naruto just rubbed his head. Bunny? Really? What's wrong with that name? The rabbit said. Nothing. Alright, Bunny it is. So, about the other thing. Naruto scratched the back of his head. Where would I even find that thing? Well, he is immortal, so I'm betting that he's still alive, Bunny said. Yeah, I know he's still alive, but where would I find him? Remember what Kaguya said. He's trying to bring her back. So, in that case, me and him will have to work together. But I have no idea where he is. And he's a black liquid, she told me. A black mixture of liquid and energy, said Bunny. Yeah. So there's a lot of things I have to do right now. Naruto then sighed. But I will complete all my goals to bring her back. So kid, let me ask you something, said Bunny. What is it? Naruto asked. What is your relationship with Kaguya? As Naruto blushed a bit, he scratched the back of his head. I don't know. Well, you've been a part of her, said Naruto. So what do you think our relationship is? Well, said Bunny, I saw different relationships at different times. Sometimes I saw a mother to son, and then a teacher to student, and then a whole nother side of her. Like lovers. Lovers? Naruto said as he blushed. We haven't even done anything, so why would you phrase it that way? I don't know. But I never saw her act this way with any other human, not even the human that she mate with and have his children. So you must be really special, said Bunny. Well, I guess I am. But for right now, I am going to start to plan out everything. So, I'll see you later, Bunny, said Naruto, as he started to walk away, as the bunny just hopped back into the darkness. Naruto snapped open his eyes in the real world, and seeing that it has only been a couple of minutes since he's been in the mindscape, he quickly got back to his feet, as he needs to find Black Zetsu. So where is he going to find that thing? As he had no idea where Black Zetsu is. He knew that Black Zetsu is immortal, but where could he be in the world? Naruto then sighed. As he felt something, he walked towards his door. As he slowly opened it, as he did, a bottle slammed on his door, but it didn't get inside. Naruto then opened the door fully, as he saw broken bottles at his doorway. As he stepped outside to see, his place surrounded by a mob. As Bear, the Anvo quickly rushed towards Tsunade to tell her what is going on. "The demon has come back from the dead. Now you're truly a demon," said one of the civilians. "And we need to burn you alive," as they had torches and farts. As Naruto chuckled to himself, as all of them looked on him. "So, you find this funny, demon?" they said. "No, I don't. It's just that I basically died for 3 years, and you people still hate me. If you guys knew the truth, you wouldn't," Naruto said to himself. As Kaguya, when she went into his mind, she told Naruto something she saw through his eyes when he was a kid, and she saw his mother and father, and she relayed the information to him, as she knew that he never knew them. And Naruto was shocked when he just found out that his father was a 4th Hokage, Minato Namikaze, and his mother was Kushina Uzumaki, but he didn't know her or how she looked. But he was surprised that his father was the one who placed the 9 tails inside of him. Kaguya also told him that there was some chakra left back behind from his mother and father, but Naruto told her that he didn't want to talk to them now. Well, not yet, until he does certain things. But he knows how to access it and talk to his mother and father. But he's holding off for now. Naruto fully stepped out as he was now on the roadside as the mob closed in on him. "So, are you going to accept your death, demon?" "Why would I do that?" Naruto asks. "You guys have made my life miserable, treated me like a demon, and even though you heard that I was dead, you didn't want my body to be buried where the other bodies buried. You wanted me a distance away." "What are you talking about, demon?" said one of the civilians. "Oh, nothing," said Naruto. "But let me get this through your thick skulls. I am not the same person that I once was. And this time, when you guys attack me, I will retaliate," said Naruto. As a wave of killing intent washed over the mob, as all of them dropped to their knees. As they looked at Naruto, they were sweating as they saw their own death, as most of them run off. But most of them looked back at Naruto. "Strong will," said Naruto as he looked at the ones that were still standing. "Die, demon," they said as they rushed towards him, as Naruto smirked. But guys, I'm be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also stay in tune for what if Naruto created his own village. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.